the financial services spread out to a broader spectrum with various inclusive offerings adding on to the finance industry. Talking Point connects with Mr. Kanishka Weeramunda, founder of Pay Media, Direct Pay and Square Hub. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
The finance industry has always been in a state of constant evolution with an ever-changing landscape, shaping business and investments across the globe through a solid financing solution. How could it be achieved in your perspectives?
Well, if you look at the recent past, there has been a lot of changes, a lot of new things come up in financial sector, especially payments, settlements, and also cross-border payments. So these challenges has been overcome, and new solutions has come because there was quite a lot of demand. I would like to go back a little bit about 3-4 years back. Right? COVID actually gave a quite good start for financial industry, and with that there were quite a lot of digital transformation happened, and I think the demand came from people, mainly from the customers and the consumers. So because of that, banks had to change their model. New fintechs came into the marketplace, and fintechs has taken a leapfrog, and banks has been challenged. So all that came to a situation where regulators were also challenged to come with new regulation frameworks, as well as to come with supportive ecosystems to facilitate these demands. That's where I think we are right now in when it comes to the industry's growth, and also being an innovative sector in most of the landscapes.
Finance industry has been undergoing a remarkable transformation driven by various factors, be it in any industry. What would you consider as a most significant transformation ever noticed in the finance industry?
There are few actually. So if you look at the first one would be the transactions. Now, if you look at the way we used to pay has changed. It has drastically adopted digital payment methods, and trust of transactions has also increased. Right? And also we see quite a lot of digital models has come in, which supports financial inclusivity. A lot of people who were unbanked have now come to the ecosystem, not through a bank, but in other means. Like if you talk about M-Pesa in African market, it's completely based on telco. And there are a lot of fintechs who provides alternative lending solutions, alternative methods of borrowing, alternative methods of doing crowdfunding. So these models has really been seen during last couple of years. So even if you look at the numbers globally as well as in Sri Lanka, digital transacting numbers has gone up. So Sri Lanka has achieved a very significant milestone in introducing Lanka QR based payments, and also quick fund transfers, and also cross-border payments, where we are an inward country in cross-border payments remittances. So we get digital channels activated now, and there are a lot of inflow coming in.
It's on a very positive note, I guess.
Yes, if you look at the fintech industry, it's very positive.
Blockchain and cryptocurrencies, some say it has disrupted the traditional financial systems. What sort of a take do you take with regard to this?
Okay, so in my view, what I see is the genie has left the bottle, right? So crypto is a good tool, and even blockchain as a platform and a framework, it's a very good platform. I think the regulators were quite late in terms of thinking how to regulate this. So that's why I say the genie has left the bottle, and now it has come to a situation where sometimes it's hard to regulate, and due to lack of credibility as well as the lack of regulations, there has been a lot of bubbles created, and we have seen the bubbles getting busted also. So that's the challenging situation. But if you take as a country Sri Lanka, I think our central bank has taken a step back in looking at it in a different perspective. We see that blockchain is not being so encouraged on crypto side of the business, but on the other side, when it comes to KYC and other related smart contracts, yes, central bank has taken a, I would say, leapfrog. They've already issued a expression of interest to parties to come and implement blockchain-based KYC solutions. So it's a yes and a no, right? But I think blockchain has a future, and it will also create some sort of trust among people time to come.
In your industry of exposure, what sort of industries do you think will embrace this platform ASAP?
See, in financial technology also, we also currently use for KYC. So that's one of the areas. So it's not transactional, right? Non-transactional areas could actually benefit out of that. We see smart contracts being driven the market to a certain extent. So these areas, I mean, any industry could use smart contracts, blockchain based. So these things can be established, and also commodity trading, that also happens on blockchain. So these are some of the things, but only parties when it comes to cryptocurrency, we all are watching what's going to happen next.
It's going to be a very interesting observation.
Yes.
Leadership, as we see it in the financial industry, certainly goes beyond simply managing teams and making those strategic decisions. Tell us about the complexities in a leadership role, specifically in the finance industry.
Right. So if you look at the finance industry, it's a very large sector. So we have banks to insurance to, if you look at technology providers, fintech companies, fintech operators, lending agencies, then we also have cross-border. So cross-border is one of the key focus areas right now. So the leadership actually depends on how you could be innovative. Gone are the days that the leadership only depends on the team size and also the numbers that you achieve. So we look at how a solution could go to the market fast. We look at how innovative, how the adaptability, customer-centric, customer-focused solutions, and also we also look at how a very fraction of a transaction could lead to a large amount based on the volumes that you could do, right? And today it's a global marketplace. So days are gone that banks would be established to open branches within the country. So if you look at certain European business models, when they open branches, they open it 20 countries, 30 countries at once. And there are a lot of banks which doesn't have a single branch, but they serve probably about 40, 50 countries. So that's where the world is heading. And the leadership is very challenging because your vision should be not to cater a local customer, it should be a global customer. And same time, the other challenging part is you need very dynamic team to be with you, and it also now been questioned whether AI could replace this team, because one of the interesting conversations I had with few people around the world on financial technology was, if you take banks, your front end people are most crucial because they are the ones who goes and meets the customers. Your top management is really should be there to take the strategic decisions. In between, can we replace it by AI? So leadership has its own challenges now.
Very interesting and very scary too, in a certain perspective, isn't it? It's a combination.
Yes. So I can touch a little bit on technology also. So we are also right now looking at how do we get AI to do our coding rather than hiring a developer to do 1,000 lines of coding within let's say about 1 week. We could probably do it in 5 minutes, the same amount of coding through AI.
So what would not people opt for?
Yes.
That's a question mark, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pivotal to understand the role of technology inclusion in education. How does the future seems for a solid digitalization platform-based education right here in our island nation?
Right. So it's a very challenging thing because education has been challenged since 2019. We had various activities ongoing in the country. COVID was one of the biggest challenges. So we have moved from traditional education environment to platforms. Right. Now, whether the platforms provide us the required competencies is a question mark. Right? And same time, related to my previous answer, AI has now, just left the bottle. Still the genie is still out there. We can govern it. If we govern it, we might not need people to do ground level jobs. What we need is people to do strategic thinking and to get the work done from AI. So that's where the education should lead. Right? So in terms of that, if you look at Sri Lanka has quite, I would say, a roadmap in terms of going to achieve that. And we also need to inculcate a lot of new trends into our curriculums and to create that required skills. So would say I also engage in a lot of activities with the International Labour Organization, Sri Lanka Chamber of Commerce, UNDP, to see how youth could be transformed to meet the current requirement and how they could transform in their knowledge, skills and competencies as a platform. So that's where we are also working on. I think next 3 to 4 years, things will change.
Certainly. AI to leadership and financial landscapes and transformations. What an interesting conversation we certainly had with Mr. Kanishka Weeramunda, who happens to be the founder of Pay Media, Square Hub as well as Direct Pay. Thank you so much for connecting.
Thank you.